Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hello, faithful and traitors alike, and welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay, and I'm drinking some faithful coffee. It's Dunkin' Donuts K-Cups, and they're very delicious.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We did so good last time.
We did so good. Like, we were just the right person. Hello, everyone. My name is Lana, your resident evil traitor diva. And I'm here to spill the tea, drink the tea, and spill the tea. I'm here to spill the tea, drink the tea, all the teas. I'm still here to do all of it. So, and if you have
give the tea,
give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea, because if you know you have something to do, hit me up. I am exhausted, but I am here. And I'm drinking water because Lord knows I don't need no more caffeine. But if I was drinking anything else, I would drink that about. I can't. I can't.
It's the...
Oh God! Get your cup mug at LanaGCreations.etsy.com. We ship internationally into the rest of the week, so there are no excuses. I'm looking at you, Canada.
Are you okay?
Okay.
What? Hi.
It's the way you went.
I have no idea what the fuck I did. There was a bonnet cutting into my fucking eyelid. Hi.
Oh God.
I'm Esme, and I am here to talk about the traitors with these two lovely, wonderful people. And I hope I'm finally facing it the right direction, because I have no idea if I was.
Well,
I'm sad we lost David, because David was a great traitor, and now he's gone.
Yeah, David's gone.
David's dead.
He was a liability. He kept talking too much.
David's dead. Anyway, we're here to talk about Traitors Canada, episode 7. A really lovely episode of television.
Mm-hmm.
And we're almost done with Traitors. Like, oh my God.
Here we are.
So much shorter than Big Brother. Thank God.
Please don't talk about that.
We are never speaking about that ever again. I don't know what you're talking about, Esme. I'm so excited for BB Can. Oh my God.
I'm so excited for the reindeer games.
No. Anyway, we're here to talk about episode 7 of Traitors Canada. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe for all of the foolishness and shenanigans, including but not limited to this. But it's fine. It is what it is. But we're here almost every day of the week giving you something. Oh, bye, Esme.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get to play the trapdoor.
Oh.
Well,
I guess.
Esme, I didn't even get to play the trapdoor. I'm so sad. I didn't know you were leaving.
I'm mad. I had to take a shit.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, we're going to talk about Traitors Canada.
I'm so glad we are not monetized on this channel. You all are the worst.
Speaking of monetization, make sure to go check out the Cut Pod for all of your drag and drag race review needs. But yes, we're gonna dive into Traitors Canada, and I'm gonna ignore what's happening on the bottom of the screen. So we come back, and we know that Kevin was just banished.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that one of Mary or Mel A is going to get murdered this evening. So we start with the discussion of, is it Mary? Is it Melissa? Is it Mary? Is it Melissa?
And going into this, I 100% thought that it was going to be Melissa that was going to get the whole. I think yes, you could say that. Because I think it made more sense for their game to take off Melissa from the board. They end up going the other route though and take off Mary, killing her in the middle of the night. Oh yes. No, she's gone.
Nar, Mary, nar.
On the contrary, they went and killed Mary.
They did kill Mary.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't know if I thought that was a smart move, but I feel like after watching the whole episode, I was like, well, maybe it was a smart move.
After watching the whole episode, it literally is inconsequential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what we do see at breakfast while everyone's waiting, and eventually Mel A does come in and join them, we see the formation of a new alliance between Leroy and Donna.
Yeah.
Donna's playing the game.
We got to see more of Donna this episode, and Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy, and Gerline for that matter.
Gerline,
We've been seeing a consistent amount of Gerline.
I think Gerline has definitely become like someone that we've seen a lot more of, and I think we're probably going to see more of her now that Kevin is gone.
Yeah.
Because she and Kevin were connected so much, it made sense for them to kind of default to Kevin as the narrator of the relationship. Just because people, I feel like the viewers will be more kind of aware of who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. But they decide they're gonna work together. We know that Leroy and Melissa were close, but Leroy is now a little suspicious of Melissa. A lot of people are suspicious of Melissa. And over the course of the episode, kind of the three big names that are thrown around as potential traitors are Melissa, as well as Kuzi and Mike, who are the actual traitors.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good whatsoever.
No.
But they're all saying names. They're doing their thing. We're driving to the challenge. People are throwing out names. And I think it was it May throwing out Mike's name in front of Kuzi?
I think so.
I thought it was the other way around. No, I don't think it was May. Because May...
Was it Melissa?
I think it was Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa was throwing it out, and Kuzi was like agreeing because you have to. Because why would you not agree? And that kind of causes the whole drama of the episode. But first, we have the challenge for the day: 45 minutes to roll barrels through the forest to collect money.
Mm-hmm.
And there are several many barrels. There are tiny barrels. There are big barrels. There are
shield barrels.
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 And the big conflict we have going on here is Kuzi kind of snatches up all of these smaller barrels and is holding them, and May kind of gets annoyed because she thinks Kuzi is putting in less effort than everybody else is.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, can you start rolling one and give...
Like, I'll take the small ones from you.
Or somebody, and give some of these small ones because you've been carrying them for like half the check so far.
Yeah. But... I mean, so they end up, the big one that they had was $6,000, and it was a giant barrel with chains on it, which only makes the whole thing more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually they like keep discarding barrels. They keep grabbing other barrels. Leroy puts in a lot of work in this challenge. Mickey puts in a lot of work here. Melissa was putting in a good chunk of work too. Everybody was. And they end up with no shields. They don't bring any of the shield barrels across the line, but they do get $10,500. Good for them. We love to see it. And then we're going back to the manor, and kind of the big names going around are, like I said earlier, Melissa, Kuzi, and Mike.
Yep.
And May goes to Mike, seemingly out of nowhere, and goes, someone's saying your name and it's not who you expect.
And she eventually says it's Kuzi that is saying your name.
And so Mike is like, well, she's the person I've talked to the least today. Let me go talk to her. And Mike goes over and is just like, what the fuck? And Kuzi's like, this is a lie. Because it is.
Yeah, it really is.
It is 100% a lie.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, she's told me that you've been saying my name. She was like, what I've been doing is when people bring up your name, which is a lot, I've been like agreeing, but never actually putting you in danger. Just saying, yeah, you could be a little suspicious, but I don't have those vibes. So that's what I've been doing. But she has. Like everything she's been doing has been just to make it look like she's not putting sticking her neck out for Mike.
Because if he is vanished and shown to be a traitor, that looks sus on her.
Exactly. So it's like, and he's like, well, don't be saying. She's like, I'm not. That is a lie, and you believe it, then that's on you. But whatever. It gets crazy because Melissa's now like Kuzi. May is all on Kuzi.
Has been for years at this point.
But she's not wrong.
Not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
Then you have others like Donna, who's like, I don't see it for Kuzi. I'm not feeling the same vibe from Kuzi. And then you have Leroy, who's kind of like, I don't know, but possibly I don't think so. I'm not leaning in that direction, but I'm my eyes are open on her, but I'm not leaning in the direction that she's a traitor.
Yeah.
And Trayvon is just
a mess.
A hot mess the entire time.
A gentle soul, I think, as Kuzi called him.
Yes. Yes. A gentle soul, but a hot mess.
Trayvon wanted to be gone 3 episodes ago, but he's still reluctantly here.
Yeah.
So then they move into the actual banishment vote, and they get to talking at the round.
This got heated fast.
This was spicy.
Ooh, a little.
Yeah.
And it was funny because even Kuzi walked in the door and was like, look, it may say my name. I'm going to come up with her some very cutting but interesting words. Like, I'm coming for her. She won't expect what's about to happen to her if she comes for me. And boy, did they come for each other.
Yeah.
Melissa A went for Kuzi, was like, hey, I'm just saying, you said his name. She was like, when did I say it? What was the reason? Because everything I do has a reason.
What was the reason?
What was the reason? And she was like, I mean, you didn't say. She said, I always give reasons. So
and that's where Melissa lost it.
Yep.
Is because Kuzi does always give a reason because of how calculated she is in everything she says to everybody. Yep. She always gives a reason, and I've even noticed that too. Is like whenever she's talking about anybody, it doesn't matter who it is. There's always a reason behind why Kuzi's talking about them. And for Mel to just go, well, I know you said it. Okay. Well, with most other people, I think you could probably pass that off. However, you're coming after Kuzi.
Right.
Yeah, and I get it. But then I think also Kuzi's a little bit shooting herself in the foot here, where she is now. People are still going to be looking at her, like no matter what she does now, because of these moves that she made in the past. I don't think offing the person on her team made sense. I don't think
continually offing people on her team makes sense.
No.
So,
I don't think taking Mary out of the game made sense either.
No. Not really, but they made the decisions that they made, and then you see Mike coming after Kuzi a little bit, Kuzi coming after Mike a little bit, and then it just evolves into a screaming match.
Yeah,
it was
like
everybody's been. You know who ain't said nothing this whole time? Who I noticed didn't say a word this entire round table? Mickey.
He is flying so far under the radar.
so far.
Yeah, I would say the people that really get involved in the upsetness of it all were Mickey, Donna, and Geraldine. They didn't. The other two talked, but they did not get involved as much in the upsetness of it all. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then they get to voting, and it's 7-2, right?
I think so.
With everybody voting out Melissa A, except for Melissa and May voting out Kuzi.
And obviously we know Melissa is faithful.
Yep. And this is just yet again, I think, putting a target on Kuzi's back with.
And the thing I find the most interesting about this is what Trayvon was saying, because he really took it difficult having to betray Melissa when he didn't really have to. I don't think there would have been a target on his back had he not.
And then obviously she would have been revealed as not a traitor.
Exactly. But he throws his chalk immediately and then just has a full panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and
but I have a question
to comfort him. May's also kind of going through it after her kind of fight with Kuzi because she doesn't like what happened between her and Kuzi, and she talks about it more after, where she doesn't like kind of how Kuzi's been talking to her.
Yeah,
on a personal level, less of a game level.
Yeah. What was your question, Lana?
Because you mentioned that you think it was a bad move for Kuzi to vote out Mel A. What would her alternative would have been?
I don't think voting out
she would have voted.
I think keeping Mel A and not taking her out over Mary was the wrong choice.
I think they should have murdered Mel A, and I think they could have kept Mary on their side because Kevin and Kuzi were very close. So I think Kuzi could have worked that connection with Mary a little bit, and they could have come together. And I think in this round table, they maybe should have targeted May instead.
I agree.
They can pull people and kind of rally against Kuzi and May.
Okay, I agree with that because I honestly feel like murdering Mary was better for Mike's game than it was for Kuzi's game because Mary was coming for Mike. And so I feel like if they would have kept Mary, Kuzi could have used Mary to. But when the time came, if she wanted to cut Mike and get Mike out of there, and Mary would have been someone who probably would have led the charge, and then Kuzi was like, well, I had no choice. The side was with you. So I agree with that.
Well, none of that happened. And we see Mel A get banished. And then we see Kuzi and Mike talking to each other. And Mike is like, maybe Kuzi did throw out my name. And I'm like, Mike, now.
Mike is ready to kind of cut Kuzi. Kuzi is a little more apprehensive to do it at this point.
Yeah. Because Mike does not know how to play the game. Because honestly, if he cut Kuzi, he's next.
Yeah.
Like, they're coming for him next. And then they lose. So it's like, let's be smart about this and not do that and try to come up with the bigger target. Like, I felt like they should have recruited this round instead of murdered.
Yeah. What needs to happen is Kuzi needs to recruit one of the last two reality television women. That's what needs to happen because there's only really two left. And they're going to start looking at the reality television people, and there's not many left on the board.
I would have gagged if they had recruited May.
I would have gagged.
They said they just don't think anybody would have accepted, but I'm like...
You never know.
You never know. Because if May and Kuzi had to work together, even for a round, that would have been interesting.
Well, they would have ended up using May as a sacrificial lamb, and they would have gone against each other.
Yeah,
of course.
But we see they go to murder, and we see one of the options being Leroy, but obviously we see him incessantly throughout the preview for
another option is Mickey, and we also see him.
And then the other options were so it's either Trayvon or May.
Because those are the only two we do not see in the promo for the next episode. So, which to me, both of these are the wrong choice. I think for different reasons. I think it's hard to have both of them in the game, but it's also if one of them goes, it pins a target on one of your backs.
I think they could take out Trayvon and it would be water under the bridge, kind of.
I think with Trayvon, however, Trayvon shouted out Mike's name, and that would be like the fourth person that mentioned Mike's name that dies the next day.
Sure. I mean, if Kuzi is smart, she'll let that happen and let that thing continue and let people continue to believe.
I think it does more Mike for Mike to for Trayvon to go. I also want Mike to be more dangerous than Kuzi, so I would prefer. Yeah, and I also enjoy May. Like, as much as I know that May and Kuzi don't like each other, I like both of them. Like,
yeah.
But the next challenge seems interesting because there's a trapdoor.
I'm gonna use the trapdoor. But yeah, look at that. We did that in record time.
Wow.
I'm truly kind of proud of us.
Gagged.
As far as our draft is concerned, everyone, Esme, you are on a tightrope, my dear.
Just one?
You've won.
Who is it?
May.
Oh, it's over for me. Let me go.
Bye, Esme.
Bye, Esme.
May,
I hope you find your mom.
Please. Please.
So we have Esme with 1. David has 2, Mike and Trayvon. I have 2, Mickey and Donna. I feel the safest, if I'm going to be honest. And Lana still has 3. All of our other remaining reality people in Leroy, Gurleen, and Kuzi. So
I still feel pretty safe with Gurleen.
I'm ready for David to lose 2 next episode. Lose
Trayvon and Mike.
Yeah, so at least I don't get last place.
I can see it. Well, that's that. We did it. Short episode. I'm proud of us. So I cannot wait to clip that moment and just use it in everything. I cannot wait. But thank you for joining us for our recap of episode 7 of the Traitors Canada. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, probably a different panel, to talk about episode 8. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe because we're here almost every day of the week giving you some sort of reality TV content. And if you want to go check out our main channel for all things drag, make sure to go check that out as well. Down in the description below, you can also follow all of our socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Cup Pod. You could follow the 3 of us as well, and you could go get your merch, including but not limited to the Cup mug. And Instagram, too, for Lana. Sure. And with that being said, we have cheers. I'm putting back on my...
I'm not putting on my bonnet over my face again.
No, that's okay. You don't have to. It's fine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Boo.
Boo, 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 boo. Yeah.
What?
All right.
I don't know, but it was something.
Okay.